And I'm HyperGalaxy, bringing you a Starcraft 2 commentary, and I'm going to be very quiet this morning as I give you this terrific commentary between Master Strelok in the upper left. And this is actually not Kirsch, this is somebody, a Korean, who plays on the US servers, and his name is Czech Prime, who is a famous Warcraft 3 player, now plays Starcraft 2, and his chosen race is Zerg. This is, I believe, Terminus. I could be wrong because I'm not familiar with all the maps as I should be. Anyway, but we do have a very large map, which it's going to be nice for Zerg. Incredibly long rush distance, and we can see the Overlord is already on its way. And I'm talking quiet because it's very quiet right now in the morning. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I just woke up. I haven't even had breakfast. But, you know, I woke up and I just had to make a commentary. So here we go. Hopefully I won't talk like this the whole time. Okay, so a normal 9 depot is down. Everything's looking standard so far. Overlord is going into the top right position to see if that's where his opponent is. Obviously it's not there. Another Overlord on his way to the left. No scouting so far from either player. I guess in these long positions you're not really too worried about like rushes, so it's not necessary to scout right away. That's my guess. But, ooh, looks like a scouting drone is finally going to probably go up here because one Overlord is going to either other side of the map. Or no, it's just going to build a hatchery. Again, I like this decision, building a hatchery first, even though you've been seeing Zergs go extractors pool. It's a very long ground distance, and it looks like Strelok himself is from Team Mouse is going to get an expansion. Also, at the same time as Zerg. It's extremely early. It almost kind of makes me giggle because it's very rare to see Terran and Zerg expand at the same time. But a lot of these GSL maps, this is not the GSL by the way, this is was played on Battle.net in the US. They play probably a best of 3 or best of 5. There are 3 games, so I'm just going to be guessing this one. It was the second one they did. So yeah, a lot of the GSL maps are actually quite big, a lot bigger than the maps we play in the Battle.net pool. Maps like Metalopolis and Scrap Stage, which we think are so big, really aren't. But they did put that one GSL map in recently. Of course, Shakura's Plateau is quite big. Looks like the SCV is going to cross this Overlord, which will... Ooh! Did you see that control from Strelok? He saw the Overlord on the minimap, and immediately, he turned his SCV around, because he does not want his opponent to know exactly where he is, but it doesn't matter now, because this drone is going to come in, and he's going to see that a tech lab is on the way. Yes, it is extremely early now. If I talk much louder than this, I will wake people up. And to be honest, I felt like garbage this morning. That's why I'm doing this. I felt like garbage. Well, I had really weird dreams. I was like some kind of a mafia kingpin, and I was like getting killed or killing someone. And I don't know, you know, it's just a dream. Well, I woke up just not feeling so good. So making this commentary is definitely going to make me feel better because I enjoy doing this so much. As per usual for a fast expansion from Terran, we have 3 Ninja's Barracks coming down after Command Center. When you build a fast Command Center, what you have to get that, you didn't really have any gas, so we can see that gas is just being mined, and so you have a lot of minerals, and it's much harder to get tech up sooner, so it makes sense to build lots of barracks. It also creates a nice wall really quickly in case Zerglings want to get into the natural and main. Layer on the way now for check. The Reaper's actually out and will get killed because Zergling speed is ready. Stimpak is being researched right now. Strelok did have control of these towers, but no longer. This Overlord is going to come in and take a nice little nap over the base of Terran. These Zerglings here are just for scouting to see exactly what's up, to see the 3 barracks, and he knows that there's a tech lab here. One thing that this recent patch did was increase the research time of Stim by 30 seconds, which I think is outrageous. I don't play Terran, but I think that if I were Terran, I would be quite angry. I do play Potoras. I was angry about the Chimerian amulet thing. Not angry, just disappointed. So, and also they increased the build time of bunkers, which obviously you know, but it's just kind of like, ugh, why are they doing this? Why are they changing the game? Okay, so that's off my chest this morning. I would be surprised if Zerg didn't expand again, because he's right now under no pressure. He has a Baneling Nest and a Spire, and really unusual to see a Spire on the second base. Not exactly sure what Czech is gonna do. He might be making it just for to be safe. Okay, let's look in the base of. Ooh, looks like Strelok anticipates the Spires building the engineering bay. We will definitely see turrets coming up soon. Nothing being made out of the factory, though there's a tech lab there. It could be there just to switch with the starport at some point. Oh, no. Okay, he's going to be building tanks, so medevacs and tanks. Your normal good stuff from Terran. Nice drop coming. I'm not sure if the Overlord could actually see that, but the Overlord... These watchtowers are going to be able to see sneaky business, but looks like Strelok did not actually drop. He just did not want to have to lift his barracks, which is a good decision. Because if he lifts those barracks, then Zerg is paying attention, then Zerglings can run in right away. It's going to be a little bit a nice little push here, but let's look at the army count. It is about even. This is a nice hefty force of Marines, but only two medevacs, Stim going down. And looks like Beetlisks and Banelings are going to come in. This is going to be definitely a micro battle. We just have to see what happens. Almost half the Marines have been killed. Stim pack is now done, and it might be a good idea for Strelok to run away right now. What he's done now so far is force Zerg to build lots of units. We can see in the production tab 10 Zerglings are on the way. Those 10 Zerglings could have been 5 drones. So Strelok did do damage, even though he lost a lot of Marines. Beetlisks harassing right now. Strelok taking control of this tower. Czech Prime taking a third base. A little bit late, because he could have gotten that away with that third base earlier, in my opinion. Beetlisks trying to pick off some Marines right here. Two go down, 3. Ooh, 5 Marines get taken down right now. And it looks like Strelok's not as prepared as we thought. He does have missile turrets, but nice control there from Czech Prime, retreating when the major force of Marines comes in. And what would eat my heart out right now is if the Zerg player double expanded. Oh, especially in these positions. He's kind of got... Now would be a perfect time to double expand because he's got Terran kind of pinned in his base a little bit. Terran can't move out until he has a lot of Marines, because once his Marines die, his siege tanks are going to die because of the Beetlisks. And I actually did think this might be a mistake from Strelok to move out with this few Marines. You look to see he's got 26. Which really isn't a whole lot, considering 7 Banelings, 25 Zerglings, and 15 Beetlisks. Guess he's gonna take my advice and run back to his base, but that's not because of my advice, but because there are Zerglings in his natural domain, and this is annoying at any level, whether you're pro, down all the way down to bronze. Having Zerglings in your base is probably one of the most annoying things you can do. So, Czech Prime knows what's going on. He knew that a push was coming and decided to counterattack. What this is doing is slowing down. It's not stopping Strelok, but it's definitely slowing his push down. Oh no! You're lucky that it's really early in the morning, or I would be screaming right now, because these 3 siege tanks, oh no. Just to leave them out there in the open, in sight of these watchtowers, which is controlled by Israel. Oh no. Strelok is in a lot of trouble right now. I don't think he can recover. There's lots, just too many Marines, too many siege tanks. Look at all these Mutalisks. Makes me sick. 15 Mutalisks, but they've got to run away pretty soon. This Marine count is up to 35 right now, which is quite a few, but if these Marines were here on Creep, Baneling Speed Zerglings would take care of them no problem. And there are no siege tanks whatsoever. Just one siege tank. Ouch. Another command center being built from Strelok, so he is hoping to stay in this game a little bit longer. And I'm gonna guess that Strelok is going to turtle. No, he's not. He's actually gonna push out, try and push out again. Or what's he gonna do? What are you doing, Strelok? Looks like you're making sure that your base is secure before you move out again. Okay, so all Zerg really needs to do is put up a fourth base and just continue to make drones. And here's his fourth base. And that's it. That is what he's going to do. Just moving around the map. Mutalisks, they just take control of the map. They do that indeed. And if you know how to use them, and check Prime, he's just going to ignore that big ball of red, and he's just going to counterattack with these Mutalisks and Zerglings. I'd call this almost kind of cocky, ignoring this entire force. But we shall see. And before anything happens, before any kind of like base trade happens, Strelok's just GG's. So that was a little disappointing. That ending was disappointing. It's like at the end of a movie, and you go, the bad guy is like, well, I guess you won. That's exactly what this was like. Well, sorry about that. You know, this game was on Battle.net, and Battle.net games aren't usually quite as epic as tournament games. If this were a tournament, I'm sure Strelok would have played till the end, so I'll try and make an effort to bring you games which are more, you know, a little bit more exciting. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm HyperGalaxy. This is 9:15 in the morning, which is early for a gamer, and you know what I mean. Do have a good day. Cheerio. Subscribe. That's all.